how fast can you guys type? I'm sure you guys can type really fast. Ready, ma'am? Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much for that. I am ready as well. I am super excited to be here today. And before I start with the session, I would like to tell you guys a little bit about myself. Why should you listen to me? Why should you be even spending this hour and a half listening to me about authenticity? So just a little bit information about who I am. I am Neha Mathur. I am a certified personal branding coach, image consultant, and a corporate trainer. I am also an NLP practitioner. I'm also the founder of the Missing Piece Image Consultancy. Now, I've been practicing as an image consultant and a personal branding coach for about 3.5 years now. So that's how old I am in the industry. But I come with, about 8 years experience in photography and other spheres of life as well. Now, why should you be listening to me? Because I have gone through this journey of developing my authenticity, understanding who am I really myself. And that is how I feel that based on what my experiences are, what I do, what I practice on a daily basis, I feel it can be useful for everyone out there. And my honest belief is to share whatever I know. Sharing of knowledge only leads to growth and development of all the individuals, right? So that is why I'm here. I love to share my learnings, my knowledge with everyone. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do today for all of you. Now, here is a question for all of you in the room. There's 57 participants in the room that I can see right now. So tell me, what do you understand by authenticity? We've heard
Ma'am, authenticity means being in original form.
Being in original form. All right. Thank you so much.
Something which is real.
Being real. Okay. Anybody else?
Ma'am, authenticity means, I think, ma'am, it's trustworthy, ma'am. You are.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Being trustworthy. Yes, that is also being authentic. Any other guesses? And trust me, there is no right or wrong answer. That is your understanding of authenticity.
Ma'am, showcasing how credible you are.
Showcasing how credible you are. Okay. Anything else? Any other ideas? Any other thoughts on what really authenticity means? No? All right. So let me give you a textbook definition of authenticity, right? What is the textbook definition of authenticity? It means being true to your own personality, your values, and your spirit, regardless of the pressure for developing a positive self-image. Give yourself credit, no matter what you have done, no matter how big or small the achievement. If you have put in an effort, say you have an exam coming up, right? You've studied to your best ability, you have given it your 100%. Despite that, maybe for whatever reason, your result does not show that. Your results are not the best. Well, of course, it's natural to feel disheartened. It's natural to feel unhappy. It's natural to feel, oh, maybe I should have put in a few more hours to study. But you know what? It's done. It's over. So at least the effort that you did put in, give yourself credit for that. It's not like you did not put in any effort at all, right? Whatever, little, this much, maybe you studied for months. Give yourself credit for whatever you do. Don't wait for others to validate you. You know what you've done. You know in your heart what you've done, whether it's been good or bad. So pat yourself on the back, right? Be present. We come to limiting beliefs, right? What is a limiting belief? A limiting belief is something that, we kind of stops us, or it prevents us from pursuing our goals and desires. Now, there will be situations. I would always, tell myself, you don't like to go and meet new people. You are always very hesitant to go interact with new people. Now, Where does this limiting belief come from? Yes, Richa says boundaries that we create for ourselves. Absolutely, Richa. But a limiting belief can also be negative. It can also be positive. Now, why I want to tell you that it can be negative and positive is like how in the case of core values, right? No matter what, I am not going to compromise on this. That could also be a limiting belief, but that is a positive one. What I'm focusing on today is your negative limiting beliefs. How things we say, things we do to hold ourselves back from achieving what we want to achieve, from doing what we want to do, right? That is a limiting belief. Now, if you see, it could be applying for your dream job. A limiting belief will stop you from doing that. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe it has happened to you in the past. Maybe, you've applied for something a couple of times before, you didn't get through. Oh, this always happens to me. I will never get what I want. That is a limiting belief, right? Or even finding the relationship. Sometimes we hold ourselves back from getting into a friendship or getting into a relationship because, oh, you know what, I'm not good enough. Or even getting out of a relationship that you're not happy in, a relationship that you don't want. We sometimes do not get out of it that, oh, I don't have an option. I don't have another backup, or this is what I deserve. That is a negative limiting belief, right? So those limiting beliefs, limiting beliefs essentially can be about three things. We can have limiting beliefs about ourselves, right? Which essentially makes you feel like you can't do something because something is wrong with you. I don't study enough for my exams, which is why I don't get good scores. That is a limiting belief. I don't know how to talk in front of others. That's why probably I don't land the jobs that I want. That is a limiting belief about yourself, where you are putting yourself down and saying, I am not good enough. Something is wrong with me. And that is why you stop yourself from doing something or achieving something, right? A limiting belief about the world essentially makes you feel like you can't do something because the world will not let you. People around you will not let you. I want to go on a trip with my friends, but my parents will never allow me. You never know. Maybe they didn't allow you back in school. You should ask. Maybe they'll allow you now. Of course, right now, don't go on any trips, please. There's a pandemic going on. But for an example, right? So it's about the world. We can have a limiting belief about the world that this is how people either, come in my way. There is always some obstacle. Something always goes wrong. That is a limiting belief about world. And the third limiting belief is about life, where it makes you feel like you can't do something because it is too difficult. I want to sit for IAS exams, but it's very difficult, so I don't want to try it. So many of my friends have not been able to get through, so I will also not get through. Well, you don't know that. You won't know it until you try it. That is a limiting belief, right? So these are all different thought processes, different ideas that we are only creating for our own selves that prevents us from achieving or even from attempting to do something. Forget achieving what we want to achieve. We don't even attempt to do something because, you know what, this always happens with me. Where do these limiting beliefs stem from? It could be our experiences. This has happened once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. If it's repeatedly happened with you, then you tend to believe that, oh, this is what always happens with me. Anything that happens with us more than 2 times, we just take it for granted and say that, oh, this is what always happens with me. Muskan, I am going to share how to get over the limiting beliefs. That is the next part, right? But to get started, try and understand. And that's where the awareness, that's where the being present comes into the picture. That's where your positive self-image comes into the picture. Because on one side, you are holding yourself back from achieving something But at the same time, you're trying to have a positive self-image. You're trying to tell good things to yourself. So why not catch hold of this one negative self-belief or limiting belief that you have about your capabilities or about your surroundings or about a friend or whatever, and change that narrative that, oh, this always happens with me. Well, it has happened with me a couple of times in the past. I'm going to give it a few more tries and I'm going to change things, change how I did things, right? I'm going to learn from the mistakes and try to do better this time. That's how you can overcome a limiting belief. It is in nobody else's control. It is all in our control. And that's where your positive self-image plays a huge, huge role. Because if you have a positive self-image, you will very quickly be able to understand what your limiting self-belief is and how to tackle it, right? We'll go into the details of the self-belief and how do you really go about it and stuff like that in the next part. But yes, be aware of what are the negative statements that I make to myself on a daily basis. You know, maybe do this activity for one day, just for one day. Carry a diary, or you know, we all have smartphones these days. In the notes section of your smartphone, just you know, make a note. Every time you say something negative to yourself, make a note of it, and then at the end of the day, see how many negative statements are you making to yourself. Awareness is the first step to change. Most of the times, we are not even aware that this is how we are talking to our own selves. Forget anybody else. Forget how we talk to our friends. Forget how we talk to our family members or our colleagues. How are you talking to yourself? Are you being kind to yourself? Are you being accommodating to yourself? Do you really love yourself? Right? And the way to know that, like I said, make a note. Every time you say, or you know, even a thought comes to your mind that, oh, are yaar, ye kya ho gaya? You know, I always do this. I always somehow, some way, I goof things up. Make a note of these things. And then you will have the realization, then you will actually see, or actually, you know what? Think of it right now, or everybody, right? Just go back to what your day was, what has happened in the day, and just think of the different occasions that you said something negative to yourself. Has it happened today? It's happened with me. Yes, I also have limiting self-beliefs. I've conquered a lot of them, but yes, I still, it's difficult. It doesn't happen automatically. But yes, we all do it. Richa's raised her hand. Yeah. Every single day, we say negative things to ourselves. Start by acknowledging that, oh, this is what I'm doing, being aware of it. Then we can go around changing it. Then we can say, oh, I need to have a positive image. I need to have a positive dialogue about myself. I need to love myself more. I need to accept myself however I am. Now you guys, I don't know if you're able to relate to the acceptance core value that I have. Because I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. The tough part is accepting. So that's why I've made that as my core belief, because, well, yeah, that's how I work. Right? Okay, so this is about your limiting self-belief. So take a moment, right? Before I move forward, I want all of you to take a moment, and if you have a pen and paper with you, or if you want to, you know, take a note somewhere, just write down that one self-belief that you feel is a negative self-belief, a limiting self-belief that is not letting you move forward, that is not letting you take action, that is holding you back. Just write down that one limiting self-belief. If you're okay, if you feel comfortable, you can share it here in the chat box. You can also send a private chat to me if you're not comfortable sharing it with everyone. But I want each and every one of you to write down that one. If you have more, please feel free to write down more of them. But minimum one self-belief, that limiting self-belief that you have about yourself. I want you to actually write it down. And let me know when you're done, either in the chat box or by just putting a thumbs up in the reactions, so that then I will move forward.
Information has to reach the students. So for that to happen, we require your help in sharing periodical communication.
Okay, some of you have started sharing your limiting beliefs in the chat, in the personal window with me. Thank you for your trust. I can relate to so many of these what you guys are sharing with me. These used to be my belief systems also, right? That I'm not good enough. I don't know how to talk to people. Look at me here. I'm doing a workshop with the 70 of you here in the room. I've never met before. I've never interacted with before, but here I am presenting, right? If I can overcome things, anybody can overcome things. But the first step is to identify what is it that is holding us back. Don't be harsh on yourself. This is who you are. This is how you are, and that's okay. Of course, we can change. Of course, we can evolve. All right, Alona says, watching from Philippines. Hi, Alona. Yes, I can see a lot of messages in my personal window. I'm reading each and every one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your trust, and thank you for sharing these with me. So yeah, like you see, everybody has a limiting self-belief. It's just the first step is to know that this is what is holding me back. Then you can take steps, you can do things, you can define different activities. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're enjoying the session.